Remember to subscribe to our new Game and Hunt DigiMag. Go to gameandhuntdigimag.co.za. Available on all devices.
Welcome to WILD&WONNERLIK, Game and Hunt's weekly news program. Remember to subscribe to our social media platforms to stay up to date about current events in the game and hunting industry. Enjoy today's episode.
The 2019 Professional Hunters Association of South Africa's convention and AGM was recently held at Klein Kariba. We spoke to PHASA President Dries van Coller before the gala dinner.
We're here at the annual 2019 convention and AGM of the Professional Hunters Association of South Africa. Yeah, it's been extremely exciting and I really appreciate the support we've had. Once again, it's a first of many. If we just see what has happened here at the convention during this period, is yesterday we had our various workshops and discussion panels, and from speaking to the delegates here, it's been extremely positive, the feedback we've got. We've taken this year's theme as out of the box. We wanted to find solutions to challenges we're facing in the industry, not only locally but internationally. For too long we've been focused internally. We needed to have an external look at how do we approach the markets, how do we get people and encourage people to come to South Africa to experience what we've got to offer. We've realized that there are definitely some challenges in the industry that needs attention. We've seen the unabridged birth certificates, the drop in tourism stats for coming to South Africa. What has just been very interesting to us is where our Department of Environmental Affairs gave their feedback is that the hunting figures are showing a positive trend, that we're increasing from previous years. So all the doom prophets out there, it just shows that hunting does pay and people still travel to come and hunt. South Africa remains a premier hunting destination, and by putting proper regulation, proper controls and proper mechanisms in place, we ensure that hunting will continue in our country. Which we just look at some of the feedback from some of the workshops from various delegates that were here. We had a very positive message from Safari Club International, which I think contributes to the environment we find ourselves in and the positive vibe that's going throughout. Feedback from a lot of the delegates, the informative workshops that were held. It's not just looking at how do we solve our internal problems, it's how do we encourage people to go forward and look at new ways of marketing. Are the old traditional ways still relevant? How's market trends changed? How do we develop new markets? We've seen a stagnation in the market and we need to go and develop new markets. Is the West the only option? And we've seen now that it's not. There are other alternatives as well. So all in all, I look back and I'm extremely, extremely proud to say that if I just look at the contribution our members have made, our donors have made, PHASA's become, you can almost say, mature. We are not dependent anymore on associations sponsoring us. Our membership has come forward. They've stood up to the task. If we just look back at 2 years ago, we went through quite an unpleasant time. But, you don't become a captain of a ship if you drive around in the harbour. And rough seas and a steady team have really made a difference. So if I look back and where we were and where we are now, PHASA is definitely going forward. The second day of our convention has been extremely fruitful. We started off this morning with our PHASA Empowerment and Conservation Fund AGM. This has always been one of our emotive type of events where we give back to the community, where we give back to research. We've got 4 components of the fund, and it's very, very important to understand that hunters do care. It's not about us just going out and harvesting animals. It's how do we uplift our society? How do we take responsibility for our own people? Today, various donations were made to worthy charities, the Abraham Kriel orphanage, the Kuier Kids, mentally handicapped school, and then to various other help JAG. So there's a lot of initiatives that we've identified. But over and above that, our flagship at the moment is the Conservation and Research Fund, where we've identified the need that research is going to be key in going forward to justify our position at institutions like CITES, where decisions are made on our future. And without science and valid research, we're going to have difficulty proving the way forward. So all in all today, the fund was very, very fruitful, very emotional when we just take at what we've achieved, how people have benefited, how members have benefited, communities have benefited, the Makuya community, the widow of FC Prinsloo that we tragically lost this year. So I really feel proud when I can say that hunters are giving back, not only taking from the environment, but ensuring that it's a balance. we need to understand that without both sides, we will not have a future. Our PHASA AGM went very, very well. And like I said, it's actually sometimes too good when there's no contentious issues. We saw when America had 911, they were on their knees praying. At this stage, PHASA's gone through very troubled waters. However, we're at a point where there are no more contentious issues. We're dealing with government. We've got very sound relationships with government. We're very privileged to say that we've addressed a lot of our internal issues. And our AGM went very well. So what we're going to start off with now is our flagship event this evening, is our gala dinner and prize giving, the recognition for individuals that have really done well throughout the year, and then our big fundraiser, the auction that everybody's looking forward to, where we've got wonderful sponsors again this evening and donations from around the country and internationally. So we're looking forward to it.
The awards were announced by Richard York and presented by Dries van Coller and his wife Ilse. Congratulations to all the award winners. The highlight of the auction that brought in a total of 1.1 million rand to the PHASA Empowerment and Conservation Fund was the auctioning off of the SCI 2020 booth in Reno, Nevada.
My name is Laird Hamberlin. I'm the CEO of Safari Club International. I'm extremely pleased to be here at PHASA, my very first trip to the PHASA AGM. And I came down here after my 16th safari to Namibia earlier in the week, and I'm leaving here going to the Safari Club International Foundation AWCF conference in Zimbabwe at Victoria Falls. But I'm very excited to be here. It's a great group of people. I've learned a lot. Hopefully I've explained a lot to them as it relates to Safari Club's position on a number of different ideas, topics, and concerns, and we look forward to many years of working with PHASA and others throughout not only South Africa but Africa to have the sustainable use of hunting carried on for traditions and many, many years to come. I would like to thank PHASA and all those here at the AGM for the hospitality that you've shown me for my very first AGM meeting. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you at the Safari Club International Convention in Reno, Nevada, February the 5th through the 8th of 2020. And I also look forward to seeing everybody here again next year, and all the friendly faces and all the hospitality that I have received to receive it again in 2020. Thank you very much.
Een van WILD&WONNERLIK se goeie vriende, die sanger Adam Tas, is 'n krangige jagter. Maar kom ons vind uit waarmee hy homself besig hou buite die jagseisoen.
So die jagseisoen is verby vir 2019, maar ek wil by jou weet, Adam, wat doen jy buite die jagseisoen? Want kyk, jy is besig die hele jaar deur.
Die jagseisoen is nooit verby nie. Kom nou, maar nie so wees met my. Ja, ek is besig met buite en buskruit natuurlik en ons het vreeslike sukses met hierdie program. Dit is natuurlik op Dapper Media se webblad. Dit is gratis. Al die programme lê daar, so dis soos Netflix. Jy skakel in of jy teken in en jy kan hulle almal gaan kyk van eerste episode tot die laaste. En dan natuurlik sê jy nou vir my jagseisoen is verby, hoe kan mense bydra veld tot vurk, die speseryreeks. Ons hou aan braai, nê? Ek neem aan almal gaan bly braai en daai veld tot vurk spesery natuurlik word geld daarvan geskenk vir help jag.
So, waar kom julle aan die konsep van veld tot vurk speseryreeks? Ek weet, dit was betrokke by die Help Jag inisiatief. Verduidelik net so 'n bietjie weer aan ons kykers.
Ja, ek dink veld tot vurk is meer Bakkie se projek. Ek weet saam met Henny, het hulle saam hierdie projek uitgedink en ek is baie bly hulle het dit gedoen en ek is baie bly dat hulle 'n deel van hulle winste gaan skenk om behoeftige kinders te help. Dis noodsaakliker as sulke maatskappye is. Veral Afrikaanse maatskappye. Ek weet mense soos Buffelsfontein skenk gereeld baie geld en om veral die klein kindertjies te help wat nie kos het nie. En nou doen julle dit ook met veld tot vurk en dis vir my wonderlik om deel te kan wees van dit.
Be sure not to miss the Legend Golf and Safari Lodge clearance auction on the 15th and 16th of November. This is the last week that you will be able to find our November edition on store shelves. Here are some of the stories that you can enjoy. Don't miss out on any of our magazines by subscribing to our Game & Hunt DigiMag. Go to gameandhuntdigimag.co.za.
Our species article for this month is the ground pangolin. Pangolins are globally under more threat from illegal trade and the bushmeat industry than elephants and rhinoceroses. They are now regarded as being in danger of extinction because of the medicinal use of their scales for decorations and as an ingredient in Chinese medicine. Learn more about this animal on page 8 to 11. Ons bring aan jou ons maandelikse bydra deur Dr. Flippie Kloete, prystendense in die lewende wildhandel. Lees hieroor op bladsye 64 tot 65. Gaan loer gerus na deel 1 van die veldverslag met die dreier van Seil Wildboerdery op bladsy 76 en 77. Ons bring elke maand vir jou so 'n interessante veldverslag of 'n ingesprek met reeks om ons wildboere beter te leer ken. Stefan Fischer writes about the Savage MSR Valkyrie 224 that is setting a new standard for accuracy on pages 18 to 20. Met die tradisionele jagseisoen agter die rug, is jagters nou hard aan die werk om hul vaardighede en tegnieke in die jagveld, sowel as op die skietbaan te toets en op te skerp. In hierdie uitgawe berig ons oor 'n paar skietdae en kompetisies. Ons bring meer oor die Safari Outdoor Night Force Gong Challenge wat in September gehou is, PHASA Sport Shoot en Safari Outdoor Dangerous Game Shoot. En Dr. Jewe Eksteen bring vir ons 'n oorsig oor siektetoestande in wildboerdery op bladsy 72 tot 75.
Here are some events coming up in the game and hunting industry. WRSA Naboom hou 'n inligtingsdag 14 November by Buffelsfontein Safaris Mokgepong. Die Legend Golf en Safari opruimingsveiling word die 15 en 16 November by die Legend Golf en Safari Resort in die Limpopo provinsie aangebied. Onthou om in te teken tot ons daaglikse nuusbrief die Game & Hunt Daily en volg ons ook gerus op ons sosiale media platforms. Tot volgende week, totsiens.
Remember to subscribe to our new Game & Hunt DigiMag. Go to gameandhuntdigimag.co.za. Available on all devices.